So we're about to make a dish with you. So at Shield of Life, we cook, we garden, we heal through teaching people about understanding science of disease, of the soil, of the plants, exercising. So someday we're going to get out there and do some exercise together, although we do have some exercise videos. Spirituality, prayer, and gratitude. And wow, are we grateful for this great yard and being outside today. We don't just coach on nutrition and how to change your life. We also do cooking, and we do cooking classes sometimes, which is really fun. And today we're going to talk about things that are from my garden. So here's some ginger that came from the garden. So come on over here. And this is what a ginger plant looks like. And it's starting to die back because of the winter. And so it's okay. We'll end up cutting it back and it will regrow. But the root system will get bigger and bigger. So sometimes we actually want that to die back and not pluck or take up the ginger. It's just that I needed some for cooking. And tonight's dish that we're going to show you how to do, either on this video or next video, we actually needed some for tonight and a previous meal we made. And so we had to dig up to get some of that. But for the most part, we're going to let this grow. But I did also want to show you turmeric, which is a great antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. And this is the turmeric plant. Now, the ones on the deck closer by the pool, I cut down already. These are still green. So they're generating energy to grow and be growing the root system as well. And the roots are growing and to help the plant. So we don't want to disturb that. But as the winter comes more into Florida here, these leaves will die back and then we will cut it down. And new plants will grow and continue to build the root system that we will eventually harvest. So now we're going to walk over and we're going to hit up some Thai basil. We have different types of basil. We have Italian basil. Io sono italiana. I'm Italian, so we of course have to have Thai basil. But I'm also American too. But we also have Asian basil. This is actually Thai basil. Here's some more beautiful Thai basil. I kind of trimmed up that one. And as I do use the flowers in my salads. Here we have some fungus, but the season's kind of dying back. So we're starting to have a little more diseases coming as the season is dying, causing the plants to have issues now. But I will cut all of this off to use it for cooking, okay? And the French gardener that's actually on Instagram, I've seen him on Instagram, he actually had one of his wonderful posts that was on using these flowers in ice cubes, which was great, and it makes it beautiful. Leave it up to the French to have beautiful things. So anyways, all this basil we will take off and take with us to use in order to make this dish that we're going to show you how to do. So if you've never heard of these, they're wing beans, and Dave, our producer, tried them and he said they're very crunchy and they have a lot of water in them, which is wonderful. So then we have some scallions. The tomatoes did not come from my garden. I can't take that as my own. And then some wonderful Thai basil. And so this, we're going to add to this dish. Can you see that? And this is a combination of that. We also have some long beans, Asian beans that I cut up in there earlier. And I put some hemp seeds in there as well. So I'm going to add some of these scallions in here. And then I'm going to add some Thai basil, which is wonderful. And if you guys have not ever used these herb shears, they are great. They're fantastic because they cut for you all at once. So it saves you lots of time. Now we're going to show you some very interesting beans. Now remember, all these things have polyphenols in them, decreasing inflammation, decreasing diseases. These beans over here, these are long Asian beans. These ones aren't quite ready. We've got some heavier, thicker ones. Let's see. This one, these are still young and growing. Well, I might have taken them all up already for our dish because I made it and I'm making it again. See if there's any thicker ones. Well, this gets a little bit thicker. more like this. And when they're yellow like this, we leave them and we take them off and dry them so that we can use the seeds for the next planting season. So this one, again, if it's, okay, here's one that's nice and thick. Here's an example of, here's two. So you see how wonderful is this? In one bean, you actually cut this up into a lot of pieces. Wonderful for salad, but you can also saute it and cook it with some onions. And it makes for a wonderful dish. And when you add Thai basil, oh my gosh, it's fantastic. Come on over here. Some of these plants are still dying back. We had to trim after the storm that we had here in Florida, but we were very fortunate. We didn't have a lot of damage to the garden. But these wing beans are so cool. Let me show them to you. You see how big they are? They're called wing beans, full of vitamin C, full of antioxidants, important for anti-inflammation, and they're going to be part of our salad. You know, why is this so good? Many of you heard in some of our previous videos the significance of polyphenols. Those are the things that actually help decrease free radicals or inflammation. So all these herbs and spices and vegetables drive polyphenols, which neutralize free radicals and inflammation. So it helps your liver disease and your kidney disease and your heart disease and some neurologic diseases and cancers. And that's what we're trying to do, is we at Shield of Life like to put disease into remission. And then we want you to go through transformation where you just begin to eat naturally, exercise, go to sleep, thank God every day for your blessings, love your family and your country and yourself, and make sure you're grateful for all the things that you're blessed with and live a healthy life. So here we are. We've cut all those up there. Now we're going to take these wing beans, and I already washed them. And we're going to cut the ends off. But because we don't use pesticides in my garden, I actually don't have to worry too bad. And I don't have any really bugs on these wing beans. Now, the wing beans you can also saute in a pan with some red onions. These wing beans are wonderful, full of vitamin C. They are just fantastic, full of fiber that feeds your gut bacteria. And remember, when your gut bacteria are fed, the gut bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids that actually decrease inflammation. And one of the most powerful reducers of inflammation, I guess I didn't get that off when I washed them. I'm going to just take the tails of these off. But it's fascinating how you can turn your garden into medicine. And I know those of you who watch so many other physicians who talk about, like Dr. Hyman, who's really avant-garde and just the forerunner on pushing food as medicine in our country, and just really outspoken. And we thank him for all his work and all his efforts and being the advocate that he is for food as medicine. And then the next thing I forgot to pick up was some scallions. Now, we're going to go get some scallions. We're going to come this way. And you will often see Sparta in our videos. Sparta is the dog. He's our energy bomb. So here's some scallions that we will take in to use for our dish. I have some more that I already cut and brought inside. But these are wonderful. And you see this beautiful eggplant coming up? Look how great this is. Wonderful, wonderful for many other dishes that we will use. So we're going to just mix this all together. And here we are, fresh from the garden. This is a true farm-to-table dish. Again, the tomatoes are organic, but not from my garden. We didn't get tomatoes this year, or at this time anyways. So take a look at that, Dave. You can show them. We're going to throw some tomatoes in there. I know sometimes people that have autoimmune diseases can't eat, or that have reflux disease can't eat tomatoes because it causes heartburn or it may cause inflammation. So remember, when you make food choices or you're adding things, you have to make sure that your body can handle it, because even though somebody might be able to manage it quite well, another person may not do so well. So let's take a look again at how that looks. We're mixing that in. Boy, that would make a nice Christmas dish, huh? So yum. All right. Maybe a couple more tomatoes. Chopping away. And if you guys ever want to buy nice dishes, I tell you, sometimes secondhand shops have great dishes. We were in Canada and we were walking around one of the towns in Victoria, and there was a secondhand shop, and I got this great handmade pottery dish from there, and it was just a treat. I think I spent $12. All right, look at that. Let's take a taste. I'm going to get a spoon. Let's see how it tastes. Is it going to be crunchy? I think so. No. I added some fish sauce, a little bit of lago mai, which is a little bit of a spicy sauce. I added some ginger that I grew in the garden and shredded that in there as well. And then I added the hemp seeds. So yummy, yummy, yummy. We're going to have for dinner. All right, guys. With that, have a healthy and happy day. And remember to eat your veggies, just like Mom said. In Shield of Life, we teach you about cooking. We teach you about the soil. We teach you about how to utilize these things, grow them, eat them, change your life, be grateful, love your neighbor.